Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I am Paola of PaolaPonce.com, and today we are going to be talking Leafgel Cordless dual wave lamp. How exciting. So let's dive in. This is the Leafgel Premium, again, cordless LED light. And even though it says LED, it's actually UV curing too, which means in just simple terms, it's going to cure all of your gels, your UV only gels and your LED gels. There's a little bit more to what exactly UVLED is, but just know that this lamp right here is pretty much going to cure any of your gels. And that LC stands for large capacity, all right? So it's a little bit bigger than the previous model. So let's get in here. We get our instructions, a little bit of a manual without all the pages. We get to see the contents, what's on display. There's multiple curing settings, how to use it, and most importantly in here, the how to use is how long to charge it. So we're going to be covering all of that. Otherwise, I am super excited. It took a long time to get here. Shipping from Asia currently it's a little bit slow. So if you can buy it now, get it, because it is just so hard to get here. And I just absolutely am so happy with this machine. All right, so its details in that little pamphlet are super easy to go through and read. I kind of put them on the screen there for you. Now you gotta kind of finagle this thing out of the box. It's nice and tight in there. And now let's go ahead and look at its contents. It's pretty much a box, and I actually thought it was going to be much bigger than this, and I'm actually glad it's not. It's very small, it's compact, and even though it's so-called large capacity, it fits so nicely on my desk. The exact measurements are, it's about 8 inches long and almost also 8 inches wide, and it is about 4 inches tall. It's only a little bigger than my other one, not even twice as big. Okay, so it comes with an AC adapter so you can charge it. Initially you are going to charge it for up to 4 hours, okay, to give it a full charge. After that, you can drop that cord if you want to, and it'll last a few hours, I believe 8 hours without the cord. And if you're doing continual use, so if you're like back to back with clients and all of that, this should give you like a day's worth of curing. So there it is. There's the power button in the back. That's all there is to it as far as switches. That's all you have to like turn on, turn off, and you want to turn it off when you're not using it to conserve energy. Okay, so again, there is 4 settings. So if you tap it once, it'll set what setting you want it. If you tap it twice, it'll go ahead and start the machine. It does have a sensor, so as soon as you put your hand in there and you've already selected what timer setting you want, it's going to turn on right away. Okay, so you don't have to tap you don't have to tap the button to get it going. You just select it to what time you want, 10, 30, 60, or even the low curing, the low heat mode, and then just pop your hand in there and it'll get going. So this lamp has something really cool. It has a low heat mode, and perhaps you're like, what does that mean? Well, as you may already know, gels, any gel can have a heat spike. The question is how hot, how much, which one does it more or the other. But lower quality gels may potentially give you a higher heat spike. Okay, that's not necessarily true across the board. So obviously if you're working with a professional brand, it could just be that the product is too thick. Also keep in mind, the more hard gel component to your gel, personally I've experienced a higher heat spike. So I get this asked a lot, does this gel or that gel create a heat spike? So my friends, now you don't even have to worry about that with this super cool new lamp. This lamp has a low heat mode. So yes, your client's hands or your hands are going to be curing for a little bit longer, up to 2 minutes with that 120-second mode. But it's going to be such a gentle heat, and you can still start with your fingers at the edge, but even when you put it there, like, because it's dual wave, so it cures the UV only and the LED, it actually slows down the curing reaction, and that's part of what causes the low heat setting. All right, so you'll also notice that this lamp has a removable bottom plate, and this is excellent when you're doing pedicures, right? Sometimes you don't need that plate underneath. Also, sometimes you're doing some sort of nail art, or perhaps you're doing the jalebs, the cocoa jalebs or the apres. nail tips and you're doing them on yourself. So you need to remove the base in order to, move that machine around and be able to cure for yourself. You don't really need these little things here. I realized I accidentally removed one and I was like, uh-oh. And so they can actually just come off. They're just like little sticky things. I mean, one thing that I like about this lamp also is the bulbs. So the bulbs, they don't stick out. So that is good. Like they're actually like in a little cave. Each little LED bulb is in like a little cocoon per se. I don't know what I had to say, a little cave of their own, so that when you're curing your hands, you're actually not accidentally hitting the wet gel on those LEDs, because if you do hit it, especially with a color that's more opaque, you are going to hinder your cure time. So I like that these bulbs again are tucked away in that little divot there. And again, I've had lamps where they're sticking out and I had to check constantly to make sure that there wasn't gel on my light bulb. So this Leafgel lamp takes care of that. You just glide your hand in there. It's super easy. Again, a larger capacity, maybe for those longer hands, longer feet. Just know that Japanese gels cure super quick. So a lot of the time, especially when you're working with nail art, you only need to do the 10-second setting. So a light like this can last you many, many years. I've had my previous Leafgel dual wave lamp for like close to 5 years, at least 4. Okay. And it's kind of like energy efficient. Also, if you're not using like the higher settings, it's going to use lower wattage versus higher wattage. So it'll go into like 2 settings. Okay. So that information is right there in the manual. It's compact. There's nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing, that when it arrived I was like, ooh, but I don't like this. Like, it was a very easy to like lamp, if I can just state it like that. Now I'll also briefly mention the this other lamp is a handheld curing lamp that Leafgel, it's not a Leafgel lamp, but it started carrying, Leafgel brand started carrying, and it's super cool because it has a nice little handle for you to have control of your curing. It has like a 2x2 square that you can put over the nail, so you can even fit like almost 3 nails there, depending on how wide your fingers or your client's fingers are, but 2 for sure. 1 definitely, of course. And this is great because you can flash cure your nail art in between. And the really cool part of it about this like handheld lamp also that Leafgel is carrying, and they sell out of this one really quick. Like, it's like every nail artist kind of wants this little handheld lamp. I know I wanted my hands on one, so I got me one. I can also see the Leafgel lamp, the curing unit, selling out quick too. I know we waited so long for it and there was so much back ordering. Awesome. So the fairy lamp again is super cool, super easy, and this is so cool. Are you ready for this? It cures also UV and LED curing gels, so it'll cure all of your gels. It has 2 curing settings, so it has a 30-second and a 60-second, and you do want to cure for about that long. Maybe you can get away with maybe just 20 seconds if you're flash curing, but if you want a full thorough cure, definitely go for 30 or 60 depending on the thickness or opacity of your gel. All right, it's also cordless. Okay, so once you charge it for maybe like an hour or 2, you don't need to charge it again for a whole bunch of hours later. I'm very happy with both purchases. Both lamps are excellent and they take care of all of my curing needs. So I don't think I will be buying curing units in a long time, but then again, I'm a nail tech and we like to shop, but really there is no reason for me to like get anything else at the moment. I am so happy. I am satisfied. I hope you enjoyed this unboxing review of the Leafgel lamp. Again, cures perfect. My hands and feet fit in there. Yes, I've already tried my feet in there also. And so I look forward to seeing you again very soon in our next video. Make sure you subscribe for Japanese gels and solopreneurship in the nail industry. Thanks and goodbye.